good afternoon. Let's get started. Now, a couple things you need, tablet and pen. We need to write some things down. If you're going to partner with me and do things, you're going to have to get ready to go and run, okay? We're going to accomplish a lot of goals. Tablet and pen, we need to understand exactly what we're going to do. Now, this is live. If you have a question, just type it out, and I'll help you get through that process. A lot of clients, a lot of times, want to get certain things. They call my call center. They talk to some nice people. What happens is they get into a credit rebuilding program, maybe a corporation, maybe some credit, personal business. Now, the problem is what we have is, sorry, you. Your biggest problem is you. See, what happens is today, let's focus. You're 25, 35, 45, 50, 60, or 70 years old. See, I believe most of you are probably 55 years old to 70. All right, if you're a little younger, okay, we'll get you there too. Here's our problem. It ran out. It ran out. What the hell? You see, we got to start over. The reason we got to start over is because you didn't listen and learn. And I'm sorry, it's just the truth. I'd like to get you to millionaire, maybe to billionaire. That's what I did. If I can do it, you can do it too. So we can play the game and we can win. Ultimate goal. Now, there's no pictures. There's no recording. All right, I just said so. FBI rules. We're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to get you a little couple pages and slides you can take a picture of, okay? All right. Now, I need you to take a piece of paper right now, all right, hopefully a tablet, and turn it this way. You see, what we have to do is understand how it works, rebuild you, and understand what we're going to do and accomplish the goal. Bottom line is going to be up to you to follow through. So what do? Flat out. We're going to think about what happened today. All right, what happened today about banks? They settled some lawsuits. They're shutting down hundreds of locations again. What do? Problem with you, you don't understand how it works. You never research we the people. So let's go through this process. Bank of America is bankrupting 400 more locations. By the end of the year, that means over 8,000 locations. So we have to compare what we're trying to do. See, how we receive money matters no matter what we say or do. Here's a corporation. Here's what? A subsidiary. Oh, Bank of America, Wells Fargo Bank. These branches are subsidiaries. What does that really mean? It's a corp owning a corp. That means they have a separate tax ID. They get to bankrupt the location, take the money and the assets, and walk away. And then the landlord, they get to write it off too. Here's your problem. You, most of you, probably all of you, brought the pain home. I'm sorry you did that. You brought the pain home. You didn't give yourself a second chance. You spent thousands of dollars in crap that didn't work. You had a friend and family member rip you off anyway, and then you actually put up with it. So let's draw this side. I want you to focus that a corporation, public record, it's a legal person. So let's write down corporation's a legal person. That means the ability. I'm a legal person of flesh. Ow, 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 ow. Corporation, a legal person of law, public record. If your corporation, if you have one today, creates divisions, let's name 3 of them after you. That gives you 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you must be dead. Biggest problem you have is your mindset. Every time you go the up and down show on credit cards and everything else, it's because you're lacking knowledge. And the discipline you're lacking because you don't know how to play. Now, half the world is basically friggin' lazy. There's lazy people, okay? They have to have been a little bit crazy. We got to play the game to win. Okay. Bank of America. All right. We look at Chase Bank. We look at basically U.S. Bank and Wells Fargo. They've all had to settle lawsuits in the last, 3 weeks. Judgments, lawsuits. All right. The Federal Trade Commission. All these great people kicking each other's assets. What do? Your problem is understanding. The next thing we look at basically Sam's Club and Walmart. We look at Geico. We look at a city. So I need you to compare yourself to what's happening out there because you're a legal person as well. The problem is you didn't give yourself enough value. All right. You just basically walk like sheep and ducks and you have the same routine every day. I think it sucks. So let's get to the point we understand. Even when you have a shitty day, you can get rid of the piece and keep the rest of the pieces. The problem in the past, you've been the only piece. That's the biggest mistake you make. All right. So if we understand this, let's understand this. Never bring the pain home. Okay. Stop bringing the pain home. All right. I own all of those. Simple. Because ever since I was a little kid being used and abused, I thought it sucked. I didn't want any pain when I grow up. So here's our problem. Your problem is you. You jacked up the cards. You dropped the score. You got stuck. You can't get any more. All right. You hogged your house and you couldn't get diddly squat. You're lack of knowledge. Now, again, I believe most of you are 55 to 70 years old. Because if you want to partner with me, you want to go get the next half. I think you're kind of disappointed so far. So what do? We become a certified CFO, all right, for personal and business life, and we're on a mission. That's the goal, to be on that mission and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. The millionaire status. Okay. So if we look behind the curtain, that means we tear apart everything we're trying to do, understand how it works, how we do tickety talk. Pretty simple. Okay, got it so far? All right. If we tear things apart behind the curtain, we understand about we the people, understand about personal business credit, we get the knowledge, we're on top of the game. See, you've been trying to get someone to help you all along anyway and teach you the secrets. There's no secrets. It's just you know or you don't know. Simple. We can teach you how to play. All right. I would like you to write down what I've done all my life. If we're going to partner, we got to get to know each other. So I'd like you to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. Ever since I was a little boy collecting magazines, studying rich and famous people, if I saw something I wanted, I'd pray and then I'd go get it. That's how it works for me. So I've been modifying that blueprint since I was 9.5 years old, because I wrote that, the blueprint for success, 9.5 at the Torrance Library. And I wrote down, see it, believe it, go get it. Okay? Now let's play. I think what we need to do is start with you and repackage you. Okay, I got an LLC. Well, good for you. What are you going to do with it now? What about the Treasury Department? What about the CTA Act? Oh, I got a C Corp. What are you going to do now? I got an S Corp. What do you do now? See, the problem, if no one's trying to help you and understand the rules and tools, and you keep hiring people, you think they're going to do it for you, and then they screw you over. And that's what happens. Sorry. You call my call centers, one of them, and you go, I got an LLC. That means you sound stupid. Sorry, you're not stupid, but you sound stupid. I don't have a corporation. An LLC is a corporation. But again, what happens next? Do you really, really want to be a millionaire? See, I have a problem with that, okay? I have a problem with what people say out there in the motivational speakers and the blah, blah, blah. You see, I was 8.5 years old. I came home that day. I sowed seeds, clackers, and mowed yards. I'm counting my money on the kitchen table, all right? And I got $52. All right, I was an orphan, born in a taxi. I didn't really have a good mommy and daddy, a lot of bullshit. So that woman grabbed my money. You're paying rent. What the blank? I'm paying rent. I'm 8.5 years old. What am I going to do? No, well. Hey, she don't care. I learned as a little boy to protect my ass. Yes. I earned not to keep it. I don't want it. I want to control it. Now, all I had to do is what I normally did. I went down to the Torrance Library. I researched about money. What did I find out? Well, what would you do? I found out about savings bonds. All right, I looked up I bonds, double E bonds, how they double every 10 years. You know what I did? I realized I don't want anything in my name ever since I was a little boy. Every time I got something, they want to steal it anyway. So if you want to be a millionaire, I'm not your guy. I can't help you because that's called stupid. Receiving money in your name, that's called stupid. Double dum-dum. Then you're tax, and probate when you're dead. How about, do you want to be a corporate millionaire? See, there's a big difference. How we receive money. SSN, tax, probate when you're dead. At the time of the death, this is for the state and federal government. Because you can't take it with you. They want to make sure they steal it from your friends and family before they get it. See, it's like dog pile. SS4, hell, no money is due and taxable till it's profitable. That's how rich and famous people play the game. All right. Foundation's the key. Could you imagine today, all right, if you would have known rules and tools when you're 25, 30, or 40 years old, you wouldn't have screwed it up. You wouldn't have played the up and down show. You know what your life's been like? I mean, come on, look at the stock market a week ago. If you got a 401k, that's called stupid. It went down 1,000 freaking points. And what did your heart do? Ah! I don't get it. I want you to outsmart the people in your life. I want you to write down, I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I've been telling myself that since I was a little boy. All right, okay, I only brought my first million in at 14 and a half, double billion, 26. Maybe I know a couple things. What do you think? So if we get the structure right and we understand we're going to have an oh shit day, we're all going to have an oh shit day. But the oh shit day should be a division, not the corp and the family. See, everybody's doing it wrong. I think the world is wrong and I'm right. How's that? I think they should follow me. Oh, well. So let's write down today's date. So we look at today's date, and our goal is every day we should do something new. We should reach the goal, go towards the goal, not towards the light, the goal. Get the goodie. I like goodies, like goodies. All right, that's only, $100 million building, $1 million yachts, and some goodies. Kind of fun. So why don't we do this? Why don't we dissect you? I want to dissect you like Humpty Dumpty, because your life needs to be dissected. I want to walk through your house and your office. I want to make a list of all your goodies. Then I want to UCC one, have it turn into a note. Call it a chattel mortgage. I want to borrow against your stuff and get you some money. Is that okay? You could borrow against and leverage your own stuff to money. I like money. You see, it takes all that off my shoulders, that stress. So we have a problem. Your problem's going to be you. Why don't you find a mirror? Go get one right now if you got one. Come on. All right, I'm not as cute as I used to be. Hell, I used to have hair here. If I got a wife and kids, well, gotta say something. So here's my thing about a mirror. When I was a little boy, crying my eyes out and that abuser came get me, I got up early every day. 225 every day, couldn't get me. I had to outsmart him. He was a son of a, you know what. So I looked in the mirror and I realized one thing when I was a little boy. The only one's going to get me out of hell is me. I knew that at 2.5 years old, didn't you? I knew it was going to be God and me. So you got to be in charge, okay? You got to be in charge of your life. That means today, God and you. Okay, there's your partnership. And then you and I get to play, and the difference is when we take charge. See, you are who you think you are. So you have to always convince yourself you're not. That's why they always said, fake it till you make it. You'll see it, believe it, go get it. So we got to understand the mindset. I knew as a little boy I'd be a millionaire. Simple. My wife says they could put me on a desert island. I'd turn around and turn coconuts into money. Probably true. So let's understand coaching programs. They're all getting into millions of dollars of credit. I mean, hell, we got Louis Baca here. Louis is great. I build him this and all the other pieces. He gets this credit, that credit. It's great. And he had a problem with American Express. So I went around that and did it anyway. Here we go. See, the goal is we can rebuild anybody if you're willing to do what you're told to do. Nobody wants to be told what to do, to be honest with you, because you know it all. Hell, I don't know it all. But when it comes to this, I'm the best of the best. Okay, so if I coach you, let's get you to millionaire. Does that be okay? See, your biggest thing should be is get you to your 720. Leave this credit alone. Leave it alone. Stop it. And use the corporate credit in the divisions. Yeah, that's what you should do. You keep screwing up with you. You're playing the up and down show. I don't like the up and down show. I think it sucks. It's families. So today, what is the goal? What's your goal? I got a list. I'm going to get a car, a building, and now stop. I mean, the bottom line is a goal has to be one thing in the beginning. Okay, what does it take to get $10,000 a month income? Period. That's the damn goal. The goal is how to get the money, not the building, not the apartment complex, not the storage unit yet. How do I get money? It might take those things to go get the money. I got to get $10,000 a month. That's the minimum. I knew at 17 and a half, I needed money automatically. I got 22,000 payphones. I got 19 houses, and they told me no on number 20. I don't like the word no. I think no means you're stupid. You don't know how. That's just my opinion. So I put them in my divisions, and then I went after more money. See, money takes care of the bills and gets that stress off your back. Money gets you honey, the goodie. I like the goodies. So we get to play from the 10,000. Then the next goal should be 50, then 100,000. I don't say that's a lot of money because it's not. $100,000 a month is only $1.2 million business, and the IRS is $5 million below small business. Okay, so we got to understand how to play. All right, today we look in that mirror. That's what I want you to do, and I want you to ask yourself a question when you stare at yourself in the mirror. Okay, don't brush your teeth, put on your makeup. Okay, I want you to focus on you and ask yourself a question. What did you do yesterday, today, and tomorrow to make it different? You get the same damn rerun every day. Could you imagine tomorrow if you got up an hour or two earlier and found some me time and did something totally different? Let's break the routine. Now, I want you to understand, today, if you were to write down repo list, cars, boats, houses, apartment complex, duplexes, then I tell you to write down basically city and state auction. You see city and state auction. Riverside, California is having an auction, and they're selling apartment complexes, a couple of motels, a gas station, all kinds of stuff. See, they seize kind of properties. It's kind of fun. But again, all cities and states are having these little auctions. Oh, how about we get the probate list? How about the divorce list? They don't like each other. They want to sell the goodies. Okay, let's get some goodies at a discount. Bankruptcy list. People are stupid enough to file bankruptcy when they never have to. There's a different way. Then we got to think about supply and vendor credit. Supply and vendor credit. See, that's where you can take supply and vendor and turn it into cash and reduce your debt over here because you screwed it all up. Isn't that okay? If we take a corporation, and I don't care if you got an LLC or C Corp, we're going to turn to S. We're going to go the 1244 route. We're going to do single filing. We don't pay any tax up to $3 to $5 million friggin' dollars. Isn't that what we want anyway? And then we get $1 million of credit. We get checkbook money. All right, we get blueprint money. We get supply and vendor money. Isn't that fun? And then you work your tail off for the next 36 months. And when you turn around, don't worry, you have about a $10 million company because I'll drag you up the hill. Is that okay? From there, what are you going to do? Stop thinking. The more you think, the more you screw it up. Look at you now. Look what you've done in the past. Okay, you thought too much. My way. My way. Could you imagine today? We rebuild you in your personal credit. We get you to the 750 score. Then we go get some corporate credit. Now, what are we going to do? Now you're going to make another part of that list. This is a checklist. This is how to get your act together. You're going to Google brand new house, 100,000 below. Write it down now. What we're going to do, we're going to find out, we can find brand new houses under $100,000 in 14 different states. Now, understand, your corporation is going to have 3 divisions, and we're going to use these suckers. Do you know what the only deposit is? A $5,000 deposit down? $5,000, $5,000. Now I can do Section 8. I can hire a management company. They're on every street corner. What am I going to do? See, here's the problem. You keep worrying about you, and your personal credit, that Macarena game and up and down show you've been doing all your life. All right, the corporation, and then the thing is division. If you run this through a division process that I invented in 85, 86, if you have an oh shit day, you get to disconnect, oscillate, incorporate, and if you can't save it, bankrupt the hell out of the bad piece. The banks and grocery stores do it in front of your face. All right, so do cities. So if you can turn these suckers up and pay attention, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And if we do this, it's 5,000 down. What are we going to start? $10,000 a month to 50 to 100,000. See, you got to start somewhere. When are you going to get off your ass? It's to go get it. We'll go to Texas. We'll go to Texas and play. Doesn't matter to me where they're at because I'm going to own them anyway. I'm a management company. I'm going to invest corporate credit, borrow money to buy a piece and maintain it. And if it goes screwy, I'll get rid of the piece and get another piece. See, I got more chances to try. You gave yourself 1. Isn't that a lonely number? 2 is better than 1. You remember the song? Okay. So we look over here. Doesn't matter what they are. Did you know right now a brand new house, all right, in Hemet, I can get one for $129, $169? How about Aspiria? How about we go to Las Vegas or next Texas or Arizona? We don't care. I mean, come on, I got tired of the flippy-dippity dudes. Or the buyer's a liar, the agent, the broker, and that contractor. Oh my God. The contractor writes it up and got a smiling face, hires the subcontractors from Home Depot. And then when they sign the contract with you, then they try to cut every damn corner they can. You don't know if the place is going to fall apart. All right. Are they going to really be managed? Okay. Here's 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 165,000, 250, 325. All we have to do is get a corporation, start getting some credit, do some damn research, and get off our butts. Hey, you could do seller finance right now. Google the hell out of it. See, your problem is you're not pulling the trigger. You're sitting there going, that's about it. Isn't it time to get off your ass? And go get it. But that's up to you. We closed escrow on 8 of these a week ago. All right, before that was 20, before it was 8. We got fun. So what do? Now, I wrote books on real estate, billionaire stuff. I wrote books on laundromats, dry cleans, and storage units. See, I never wanted to run a business. Even when I was the king of satellite television, the biggest manufacturer in the world in installation, doing 100 million a year. Hell, that was fun. I didn't run a damn business. I told them what to do. They run the business. Then I get the bottom line, you're fired. 80% of employees suck. They're not worth a damn. All right, you get the 20%, you keep the good ones. The other ones, you go through a revolving door through an agency. Hired, fired, hired, fired. Keep the good ones. The rest suck. It'll be someone else's problem. So what happens is here. One, he's a nice guy, but he didn't want to do things as much. All right, I just want you to do it for me, Ray. Well, then we partner up. I get 25%, you get 75%. You're left over. You get 22,000 a month. Mary got 47,000. David got 54. Yeah, there's an extra number there. Let's see if you pay attention. And then you know the other ones. 5 units got 72,000 a month. Is that good? We could play my way. See, I think you go to the expo and you're a deer in the headlights. You're stuck. What am I going to do? I've told the promoters for years, hire a bunch of hostess, guys or girls from college, and interview the people that are walking in, see what they're interested in, what money they got, kind of size them up. You can guide them right to they want to get into. Instead, you let them go wild and less than 1% do anything. Okay. Hey, how about we do this? I found 61 dry cleaners for sale this morning. Just going through the broker's list, 61. Okay, about 30 of them were seller financing, and one wanted 8,000 down. Which card do you want to put it on? See, your problem is you got fun. Help a client get 3 of these, $63,000 a month. Oh, we look at laundromats, wrote on that too. And here's 30,000 a month. Okay. So if we look at storage units, that's fun too. See, I don't want employees. All right, I want a business that kind of runs itself. I just want to be the damn bank. There's agencies that run the 3 employees. There's camels everywhere. And all you do is make money. Isn't that the goal, to make money? To pay for the bills and get the honey? Okay, so we can play. Okay. Now, I love owning Jack in the Boxes, but I don't. The corporations does. I like the 2 tacos for 99 cents, but that's a long time ago. But you know what? They're ran by management companies. You don't see the owner saying, how would you like it your way? Where's the beef? It's crazy crap. All right, gas stations are good too. Why? Because they're run by a third party. You see, we could buy a bunch of these and make money. Now, I had 22,000 payphones. I was 17 and a half. I kept bothering other people, buying other people's routes and just gathering them all up. It was fun. The average was doing 300 a month. Then these kind of took over. But you know what happened in California? They announced 3 weeks ago they're 1 million units short. Did you know in San Diego, California, there's a company you can give them 16,000. They'll actually units that actually maintain it for you, and you'll get 80% of the profits. And then you can go, wee, that's fun. What do we have to do? Finance it with corporate credit. I'm going to gather as many as I can. I'm going to get all 1 million of them. They even talked about state and federal grant money. Oh, let's get some grant money. So why? We can have fun. All right. Now, I'd like you to drive around today in your city, but I don't want you driving behind the wheel. I want you on the other side. See, your problem is what you do in life. You keep skating by, all right, just getting by, rerun over and over again, and you're not making a change. You're just sitting there going, beep, beep, beep. What I want you to do is challenge yourself. Could you imagine if you're sitting on the other side and you're looking around, oh, there's a storage unit every 6 miles. There's an apartment complex every 3.6 miles away. Hey, let's buy some of these. There's what? It's everywhere. So what we get to do is understand. Pull down the mirror because you're on the passenger side and look at yourself and say, get off your assets and go get it. Somebody owns these damn things. Why don't you? I don't understand. I've been gathering this stuff since I was a kid. It's like, why did you let the bus pass you by? You didn't have a bus ticket or something? I don't understand. Let's get on the bus. Let's go. But again, it's going to be up to you. See, what you need is understand it takes $5 million to retire. And I'm not going to retire because I'd be bored. I did that at 26. Heck, I'm getting fat, ugly, I'm going to die. I was so bored at 26 when you have everything. And I'm talking mansions and race boats and yachts and a helicopter, everything you have. I was bored as hell. It's terrible. You see, what happens with you is this. People who are 55 to 70 plus, they're the most disappointed person on the planet. Why? Because they played it safe. They never took a chance. Well, if you can throw a division down the road and you can't hurt the corporate you and your family, what the hell's wrong with you? You get to try and give it a hell of a try. Whee! As long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, hell, we might as well be dead. That's how we'll look at it. So let's do this. Let's do what I said a second ago. Walk to your house today. Walk to your office and make a list of everything you got. Take some pictures. Yes, look at your stuff. All right, you're going to be happy or sad. And then what we're going to do is make a big list. Then you need to check it twice, okay? See, if we do this correctly and we put it on a UCC1, we can file what's called a chattel mortgage, county recorder's office. We can actually borrow against our own stuff or turn it into a note. Do you know you can borrow against your own goodies? Isn't that fun? Gotta have fun. I mean, this is a game you gotta play to win, right? So now we have to look at irrevocable trust. Not revocable, irrevocable, because revocable, as far as I can, sucks, in my opinion. We're gonna take the UCC1. There's 19 ways to use that damn form. See, the house has a deed of trust. Car has a pink slip. So all of a sudden, the assets and the goodies around you, they should have UCC1, the entitlement of ownership. See, we have to plan to live, and it's about time you live versus having the same damn rerun, and then we have to plan to die. Because who's going to get your goodies when you're dead? Well, I know where my goodies go. My kids are the vice president of the company. So when I'm dead, they get to take over and don't have to pay any damn tax. They just get promoted, and they're the puppet masters. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? We could play my way for a while. So here's irrevocable trust versus we look at basic revocable trust. I want to own the assets. I want to do tax planning. Hell, I want to real estate planning too. But it's just my opinion. All right. So let's take a picture. Go ahead and take that cell phone out. Click, 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 click. I want you to do all of these because I've done them all. All of them. Isn't that fun? I mean, if you have 20 divisions or 100 divisions, what are you going to do? Get a bunch of these goodies. What do you have to lose when it's a division, you roll the dice, and the only thing you can hurt is nobody? Give it hell of a try. This time you don't have to, no. So let's think about this apartment complex. Let's say we go through the broker's list today, and we start looking under Loop and everything else about Zillow and all these other things about properties. And then we look at seller finance. This is a seller finance. But these people want $3 million. They want 10% down. Well, that's no fun. But again, we can take the credit cards and use it. That's okay. We can get that in escrow. I actually did. By the time I was done screwing up escrow, I got the sellers to do a carryback. It only cost $75,000 down. What are we gonna do? Have some fun. So what happens is now I got this new loan, new income, and the income's $13,452. Problem I think with most of you, look at me, look at the money coming in. Knock off the crap. All it takes is one of those turds. Sorry, I'm gonna call them turds. All right, they want to slip and fall and sue you and screw you up. Yeah, that's all it takes is one lawsuit. See, I think people are great as long as they don't sue me. There's always a turd trying to knock you down. You know that. Not everybody likes me. Hell, not everybody likes you. I don't even know if I like you. You don't even like me. See, what we look at is auto income. I never called it passive income, residual income. I don't give a crap. All I called it was auto income in my book 47 years ago. It's automatically coming in. Isn't that auto income? Well, people go, what's that? I don't know. It's $1 million a day. Is that okay? I got that too. So what do? Here's what I'm going to do. Everything I ever do, I'm going to dissect it. Every time I get a gas station, a laundromat, or anything, after it's in the escrow and the division closes and I got the money coming in, then I'm going to suck out the equity. You see, if you hypothetically suck out the equity, they sue you. There's nothing left over. If I leverage it into more, I get 3 more locations. Why would I only want 1? Damn. So I split deed everything I can. By split deeding them, the tenant can't sue me. I can sue them. I reverse the liability. But I also, all right, turn it to $76,800 a month. See, this is where your mindset has to be. You have to basically see it, believe it, go get it, and make it happen. Talking about it's no damn good. Now, here we got Freddie Mac. Oh, goody, Section 8s. See, it's really weird. Now, am I going to do this under Section 8 profit company? Or am I doing this nonprofit? What am I going to do? Got to figure out the project. I got them both ready to go. So all of a sudden, here's 8 apartment complexes. We sold these 2 months ago. So what do? Here's the thing. We can look at seller finance, blueprint loans, checkbook money, or DSCR loans and other ways to get money. The goal is to get the money to get the honey. See, when you own it, you can play with it many ways. So that's the goal. For every 20 units I get $100,000 to fix up the property. It can be profit or nonprofit. Now, let's say I got 60 units. Is that $300,000 a month to fix up? Yeah. Your problem is you spend the money. And I go, what the hell's wrong with you? See, the solution is you reference 3 times 5, and you turn that 300,000 into 4.4 million and 4.5 million. You spend borrow money. See, what you're not realizing, borrow money is not taxable. And as you create debt, you also have taxes. You know, that's not how it works. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. I proved that years ago. All right, back in the 70s and 80s. Okay. So we could actually do divisions and subdivisions. We could actually become the damn bank. Okay. We could play and win if you want to play with me. All right. So I like goodies. Here's $500 million of goodies. Is that okay? Just, you know, show a little bit. I don't want to show off. My wife was said I was showed off. Okay. I don't want to do that. So here we got $500 million of goodies. We don't want to show $4 billion of goodies. That's not nice. Let's show a little bit. We get to play. All right. Here's God's gift. The mansion in the harbor. Oh, I got houses on 5 islands at the time. And I had to have the largest dock. Here's my problem. I got 3 yachts, a Duffy, 2 Sea-Doos, actually 4 Sea-Doos, and 2 race boats. And what am I going to park them everywhere? It's a mess all over the place. You know, it's on Seascape, or this island, damn. So what did I have to do? I had to get this one. But Sean, that guy in the harbor, that real estate agent, he's a turd. He's a, I was going to say shithead, but I can't say that out loud. Because everything I tried to do, he was trying to rip me off. This one, I wasn't going to go get it too. And all of a sudden, his best friend, all right, he sucker punched me. In other words, he beat me to the thing. All right. So what do I have to do? See, this is like a goal for you to reach. You hear no, you should not accept no. Now, he sold it. Okay. Called me up and said, Ray, I did it to you again. See, I fired him when he sold 2 of my properties. I felt he was ripping me off. Anyway, so what did I do? I went and I knocked on the door. This is Portofino Cove, 17 houses. Eventually, I own half of them anyway. It's a private community. So I had to sneak in. I knock on the door and I go, hey, congratulations to the neighborhood. You just moved in. All right. Your name is blah, 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 blah. So I did a title search. I said, you know, I wanted to buy this house. Oh, you're that karate guy. We heard about you. Sean told us all about you. Yeah, isn't he nice? So let me tell you, here's a cashier's check right here for $10,000. And it's yours and you can keep it. That's right. As long as you sign my little paper here. It just says when you get ready to sell the house, you call me All right, and you don't pay any commission, and I'll write you a check for cash. Okay, they like that. That's how I got the property. Okay, I got tired of bullshit. So it's like the yachts. Okay, people go, Ray, why do you got 3 yachts? Because 2 were being repossessed, and I had the dock, and I get to keep that too. And I lease them out every weekend for $3,000 to $5,000. Do you know how many people spend $3,000 to $5,000 to rent a yacht for the freaking weekend? It's simple. Damn, it was a moneymaker. All right, and I got to put Ray Reynolds University on the side. Now, the Duffy got to take my wife to Captain Jack's on the Friday night because Captain Jack's around the corner. They park it in moonlight. Oh, goody. And we got to look at that because guess what? I told you money gets you honey. Now, the $100 million building, the Lamborghini, got to have goodies. So I don't own anything. They belong to corporations and divisions. Okay, I like goodies, even the helicopters too. But you know what? It's like this. Every time I hear some idiot say, why we can't jump? That's not funny. I was on That's Incredible 3 times, and hell, I hold the record for the highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. See, anybody can do what needs to be done. God made people, not colors. That's what I told Steve Harvey on the beat. And he wanted to bite me with those big white teeth. He said color lines. I said color blind. Oh, well, what can I say? So here we got to do it. I guess why men can jump. I accomplish goals. Now, probably I can jump so high. After the coma, I got to research who my family was, and I found out Grandpa is Richard Bishop. Damn, he won the Olympics in 32. I kick in the door jam at 10, then the basketball hoop, what, at 14, at T. Wicker Junior High, go, me. See, I believe you can touch, you can kick it. Okay. So, you know, they had a movie after Mr. Bishop, my grandpa. All right. But he was a turd. He didn't want me either. So guess what I can say? He won the Olympics for gymnastics in 32. And then they basically made a movie after him too. Oh, you know, the Guinness Book of Records came that night. He pissed me off. He said, where's the wires? So I kicked at the lights. It's only 13 feet. My point for you is get off your ass. That's and accomplish the damn goal. All right. You're being a whiny baby. Yeah, you, all of you. Get off your assets and let's go get it. Okay, take a damn division, roll the dice, give it a hell of a try. If it screws up, get another one, another one, another one. See, if you want to play with me, you better understand something. Okay, we're going to make it work. There's no exception to the rule. All right, it's simple. I like that. I always believed I could fly. Whee! So the word no, you accepted it. I think that's the stupidest thing you ever did in your life. Someone told you no and you accepted it. Are you kidding me? No means they're stupid. They don't know how. That's all no means. They're stupid. They don't know how. When you heard no, you didn't accept it. No, you did. But you knew they were lying to you. All right. Let's take the 1,000 steps that you need to master every step of the way to build your corporation up to the $1 million in the division process. And let's go get the goodies and the pieces. Okay? Because that's what you're going to have to do with me. And I'll do it for you if you want. Okay? So the Millionaires Founders Kit's pretty simple. My next series of books. I sold that at the Bonaventure, 32 years, 5,000 a set, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. All right. Now, winning the game of business is how I wanted to tell the world what I was doing, how I was creating cash flow, free of my time, financial freedom, all right, blueprint for success, everything I put in my book, page 6, paragraph 3. That was repackaged in America. All right. I own only in America too, and I give that to Don King for his little movie. All right. So we get to play. You want to play? Now, there I am in that damn coma. Could you imagine? You're helping people. You accomplish every goal you could. All right. And you got $3.7 billion to corporations. And your wife wants you to take the yachts out in the backyard. One of them to watch the fireworks on July 4th. All right. In 2009. We do that. No problem. Someone came in for the country. They had a virus. There I looked the next friggin' day. Kind of sucks, huh? Oh, well. So I'm laying there. She called in the office saying, he's not going to make it. They say he's going to die. He's falling apart. Ron, my IT guy, all right, Tom, and my district manager, Ron, he gets a U-Haul truck to steal my books. I'm in a coma going to die, and this son of a is going to steal my books and CDs. Tom, my IT manager, IT department, had 8 people in that damn department. He's changing my cell phones, my phone numbers, and my websites, selling to a damn porn site. Son of a biscuit. So, because I had 50 million people in my database, all right, they were the highest bidders was the porn site. Never called the phone number, okay? So understand what I'm trying to get to is you've been knocked down 1,000 times. It's time you get up 1,001 because it's going to happen no matter what we do and how much money we have. We could play today. If you need a copy of the Millionaires Founders Kit to get your blueprint all set up, Blueprint for Success, like my info commercial said 20 years ago too. All right, the goal is simple. You call the office at 800-254-9506. And they'll sell you that system for $4.99. It's a giveaway. Now, if you did it now, while you're on this here to me tonight, it's $2.99. But it's a Zell, now. See, I want you to understand, look at the bottom here. All right, banks on July 6, 2022. See, I pay attention to everything, and I don't think you pay attention to almost anything at all besides your damn rerun. They got together and they bought Zell. They bought Zelle because you went to the bank to make a deposit or withdrawal. Zelle, now. So what did they get to do? Shut down thousands of locations. They don't need them anymore. So you look at Ray at rayscredit.com, that's what you put in the Zelle. Then it pops at Ray Reynolds, that's me. And you get to have fun. Now, the books and CDs have to be Zelle, never a credit card. Okay? Now, what you have to do is quit treading water. You got to quit treading the water. So here's 5 must-haves. Let's write them down. These are things you must have no matter what. I've got to build you like Humpty Dumpty back to 750. And most people, I've never had one of those. I got one the other day. Lonnie goes, I never had one before. He only does half what I tell him to do anyway. It would be nice if he got off his ass ads. Well. What happens here? We need a corporation with a bunch of divisions. Corporation doing business is stupid. Divisions is smart because they're the ducks and the sheep. Now, from here, we need cash credit to $1 million. We need checkbook money. Write this down. We need supply and vendor money. This is a must-have across the board. These 5 things are the most important thing you do if you want to get to millionaire status and play with me. Now, if you don't have a corporation, I'll hand you one for free. I've been giving corporations out for 47 years for free. You pay your own damn filing fee. You got one? Let's play with yours. What do we get to do? You get to stop bringing the pain home. That's number 1. You get to put your ducks in a row. I get to repackage you, and we're going to build the corporate umbrella my way because your way sucks. Okay? I think it sucks. Now, this is Glenn. I met Glenn basically outside the Bonaventure in his car. He was sleeping. I woke his ass up. I didn't say ass, I said ass. And he's going, ooh, for 3 years, living in his damn car. His wife left him. Good, get a better one. Okay? All right, simple. I finally pushed him hard enough to get his butt to the workshops. Brand new company, brand new house, brand new truck. Is that okay? I call it a race 360. Hey, here's Freeway Ricky Dickie Ross coming out of prison. I got him gold and platinum cards and his wife credit cards too. How about Thomas? He was in prison for 26 years. Brand new dump trucks in 6 months. See, if you do what you're told to do, it's going to happen pretty quick. Michael, God rest his soul. My wife cried for a week. All right, we have basically Arnold. All right, we have presidents. Did you know I did Ronald Reagan's 2 of his corporations? Nancy used to just say no. I did teach our children. She turned it into DARE. Isn't that fun? Now, Mr. Clinton, he's okay. All right, we saw his wife the other day going blah, 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 blah. It's still blah, 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 blah. And then you got Fishborn and Mama. Mama's sweet, the rest of me, it's okay. We get to play. How about Costner? How about Giovanni for Pixar? How about college professor at Bio University? How about Superman for Gold's Gym? How about Kirk and Bain? How about I got her $1 million too? She got little videos out there too. My point is, if you do what you're told, no matter where you come from, okay? You know, I was incorporated for Dodgers, Lakers, Clippers, and Angels too. You can accomplish your goal. Well, you have to master division process. All right, now here's what you do. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family, and you said, honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody for you. We're going to jack up the cards. We're going to drop our score to crap. We're going to get stuck, can't get anymore. We're going to hawk our house and be stupid. I'm sorry, is that what you did? Was that your plan? It's what you did. If you would have done a division, it would have never hurt your family in the first place. Are these on? I mean, I want to challenge the hell out of you to get off your butt, roll the dice as a division, screw up, get another one, never the intent to do fraud. Your goal is to never bring the damn pain home. You brought it home for the lack of knowledge. And the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman, period. Okay, you did some stupid stuff. Let's talk it off. What do we get to do? Understand credit. Now, I'm the guy, Ray Reynolds, that's me. I got to train Ken Yarborough. He was working for TRW, became a Superior. I'm the guy training him behind the scenes. Did you know all cards fluctuate and they need a sticky? You see, the sticky is simple. Write it down. It's a procedure. You write down the limit of the card. What is 25%? What is 29%? Know the number. And when you pull some shit, you buy. I might jack up my card. I better drop it and not buy it. I really need it anyway. You screwed up. All the excuses. I lost my job. I had to stock up. That's crap. It's all BS. Because if you would have known the right cards to use in the first place, they're unlimited up to a friggin' $1 million. They're the gold and platinum cards. They don't fluctuate. That's Ray's rules. I wrote that when I was training Yarborough in the 70s and 80s and 90s. It's about time to learn how to play the damn game. It's ridiculous. People who have shitty credit are stupid. Did I say that out loud? That's what I think. They're doing stupid. I don't think they're really stupid. I think they're just doing stupid. There's a big difference. So let's do this. Today, I need you to take your lease payment or your house payment, electrical, gas, water, cable. I want you to total it up, divide it by 30 days. I need you to know your damn numbers. You don't even know that. Then I want you to take your paycheck, the net income, and do the same thing. How much leftover do you have? See, your problem is you're a grown-up, you're highly intelligent, but you still do stupid things. What's your numbers? You don't know your numbers. I need you to master Ray's rules and tools. That's right, you want to master them. Understand how to play and never bring the damn pain home. Got it? If you got some shitty credit, you got some collection accounts, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. All right, it's not the credit repair flaky people. All right, because the credit repair cloud got indicted a week ago. Telling people, you can do the credit repair business. Bullshit. All right, so again, negotiate, solve a problem. You got an IRS problem? Okay. Well, we can't play peekaboo with the IRS, make a mess. They have a form. It's called 656-433A and B. See, there's a solution for everything you're trying to do. Now, I want you to go to irs.gov today, write it down. These are assignments. So I need you to get your act together my way. And I want you to basically Google irs.gov. And I want you to open an account for your personal tax returns. I want you to see yourself because they're not going to play peekaboo with you. They're going to knock on the door and put your ass in jail. We don't play the right game. You got to play by the rules. Did I say that out loud? See, one of these lousy creditors, our good creditor, is going to give you a form called 406T. Write it down, or 406C. I need you to be prepared. See, they want to make sure you're not using a CPN, consumer private number. All right, now, there's my last big old shit day. I have fought for 15 years, all right, to get where I want to get to, and I'm still working on that too. Getting millions and billions is easy, okay? That's easy crap. I want to change the world. There's my biggest dream. Okay. Now, Linda, she texts this to my cell phone. She's been a client since '87. She has my personal cell phone. She's in coaching as well. I've made her a millionaire 5 times. This time she's going to stay there. All right. She says, stay away from boats and fireworks. Okay. All right. Now, one of the books I got, it's called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. So let's understand debt consolidation. Debt consolidation is crap. It's not like consumer credit counseling that was, no, the credit bureaus. That was my company, by the way, if you don't know it. Because debt consolidation nowadays is a piece of crap. Unless it's through nonprofit. Again, to win, but they mostly get indicted anyway. The next thing is bankruptcy. Don't file one. There's other ways to play. But if you do file bankruptcy, seal your record before it shows up on your credit file. All right, that's all you need to do with no intent to do fraud. All right, now we're going to plan the problem from now. We're going to take my philosophy and do it my way. We're going to plan the problem. We're going to plan for some shithead is going to try to sue us and screw us up. A division in properties, you're going to have a lousy tenant. You're going to have a friend and family member rip you off. Or you already had that, huh? And you spent thousands on crap didn't work. We're going to plan the problem. So we're going to look at today. We're going to go through the steps for the next 90 days, and we're going to accomplish goals. We need to see it, believe it, go get it. Now, here's some clients. Now, I have a private group I meet with every Saturday at 6 o'clock in the morning. I have another one at 4:30 in the afternoon. 6 o'clock, they have between $2 and $3 million of credit. In the afternoon, they have probably 4 to 6 to 7 million and above. So here's one of the people in the group. So what do we look at? Now, I want you to do everything on that list. So they're doing some EV charging stations. So the EVs are there, some bridge loans. They want to do real estate, and they want to do basically divisions for storage units. All right, but right now in the beginning, they did this in 4 months. They're at $35,000 a month. Is that okay? Again, what do we do? It could be your turn next if you want to play. Next one, we take the next client, and they're doing an apartment complex now. All right, storage units. Okay, we're going to gather more money. So every division is a what? Line of defense. So this person here literally came up, and right now they're getting a fortune every month. So there is $224 a month. So that's almost $250,000 a month. Is that okay? Our goal, once we reach 100,000 to $1,100,000, $1,200,000, then it's to go to 5 million. Okay, the goal is to have fun and change the world and help other people too. All right, now here's a corporation. It's a legal person that's right in front of you right there. It may sue or be sued. Now, I didn't pay attention to that part when I was 12 and a half. I got named in a lawsuit because I used the word Braille when I started the Orange County Blind Center. All right, remember I told you to draw this earlier. This is your future. All right, over here you're watching banks and grocery stores and cities do this, and you're sitting there going, now your corporation's going to have divisions. You're going to have 3 divisions of you, must have, write it down. You're going to have maybe anywhere from 9 to 30 to 50 divisions. All right, we got to make sure if we screw some up, we don't have the intent to do fraud, but again, we have the ability to get rid of the bad piece. Now, your corporation, no matter if you got LLC or C Corp, we're going to turn those S anyway. Single filing. Your corporation is allowed to do 4 things. You're going to buffer tax. You're going to use corporate credit to finance a hell of it, all of it. All of it. If you would have did that in the first place, you would have never had shitty credit in the first place, all of you, if you have shitty credit or ever in your life. Now we're going to buy a car at fleet price, and we're going to get the free buffet at the hotel. That's all you get. Your divisions, write it down, write these things down, is a line of defense. So I'm willing to sacrifice a division of the corp in my family. So far, you've been the sacrificial lamb for you. That's wrong. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. Okay, I like buying wholesale price. And real estate. And we get to get credit reports, multiples. Can you imagine every division's a legal person? So it's entitled to Spirit and Treasurer and Equifax cash report. We can do real estate in each division as well. So we can actually make the division the line of defense to protect the family. So if we looked at separation of pieces and liability, so our divisions give us a line of defense, and that's the goal. Now remember, debt follows tax ID. Debt follows Social Security number. Debt follows tax ID, bills, credit reports. Now, right, debt follows Social Security number and the bills, credit reports as well. Same thing. When I set up my dashboards in the 80s and part of the 90s, what did I do? I wanted to be able to set up an instant credit file. You see, you did it by a damn inquiry. And listen to silly people, you need a cosigner, you need this, and now stop. My dashboard's pretty simple. My book we're working on right now is Race Credit Kit. We're going to have it downloadable to everybody in high school. Everybody in high school, I'm going to basically analyze your credit or start the credit file for them and get them their first credit card. I'm going to basically teach every person in high school not to make the same stupid mistake you made because you didn't pay attention to me. That's your own fault. I've been teaching and preaching for 47 years. I want them not to make the same mistake everybody else makes. They get a fighting chance. Now, my credit system, my dashboard, I can set up an SSN or SS4. That's for a person, corp, division, or subsidiary. That gives us the ability So if we're going to play and go buy an apartment complex together, we have to make sure we understand how to share a division. If something screws up, we want to get rid of the bad piece or the bad pieces. I did this in '92 to help other people as well. All their corporations and division process. That's how I became known as the incorporator for rich and famous people. All right. Now, here's how it works. You give me a tax ID. I can build Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. These are credit reports. That means we should go after some cash credit, and then you should line yourself up for checkbook money. The checkbook money is the ultimate goal. That's usually 150 with no tax returns. Now, we're going to compare, pay attention now. All right, this is the SS4. Later today, you're going to download an SS4 form on irs.gov as well, and also the 1244. Bank of America, grocery stores and cities, they bankrupt locations because they have separate what? Corporation, subsidiary, and tax ID. The only form that the IRS ever created that I could ever find is the SS4 for banking and credit purposes. On line 1, it says legal name of entity, individual person. So I want to set up 3 of those for you. Add the credit reports and history ready to go. All right, tax ID. I want you to focus on this form when you get a copy today. It says banking and credit purposes right on the damn form. Okay, now I had to explain to Ted Turner how to use this 26 ways when I was 9.5 years old. All right, so when I was setting up dashboards and training Yarborough years ago, he was CID, President Nixon guy, bodyguard, and all this other stuff, and then we became Experian. I'm setting up dashboards. I think TransUnion in Fullerton, California, just copied our shit. Equifax too. They used to be CBI Equifax, this little tiny bureau. They all followed Experian, which moved out of the country 40 years ago to Dublin, Ireland anyway. So we're going to build cash credit, do the tax ID, and we get to write it all off anyway. You can't do that personally. This is the right way to do it. Okay, so a division. When we look at my shopping centers, like in Firestone, Imperial Highway, the Shakey's, 31 Flavors, or the store across the way, or the apartment complex, or the hotel, or the storage unit down the road, what do? Different functions. So a corporation, that's why you don't name it after what it does. That's stupid. You know, like George Instruction here. George had his corporation called George's last name Construction. I mean, I said, George, that's the dumbest thing I ever saw. Well, my attorney told me to do it that way. Good, they know who to sue when you have a problem. All right, so again, what do? All right, management company, construction division. And you don't name it after yourself, that's kind of dumb. So multiple functions. Okay, we can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. So get that in your head because you have to be trained how to do a lot of stuff, get ready to go. Okay, ready to play. Now, you will have a lousy tenant, plan on it. You will have a shitty tenant no matter what you do. My worst tenant was a Dodger player, famous, making $100 million a year, and he was a shithead. He wouldn't pay the lease on time just because he's all that in a bag of chips. So I threw his butt out the street. Okay, it was pretty simple. You know, lawful detainer got to keep all his goodies. That pissed his wife off. She says, you don't fix this and pay him his money, I'm going to divorce you. That's what she said in court. He basically bowed down like a little dog, being a, turd. All right, anyway. Bottom line is, guess what? You're going to have a shitty tenant. Every division is entitled to cash and supply credit. So if we put our minds and understand, we're going to create a line of defense. Every type of business we get is a division. What am I willing to sacrifice? A division, not the corp in my family. I have no intent to do fraud. So as we understand this, pretty simple, the goal is who's going to guarantee? Who's going to guarantee? You're going to have 3 divisions of you to do the guarantee. I need you to focus on this. Credit card, franchise, storage unit, piece of property. I have to have 2 divisions per item. 1 to receive it, 1 to guarantee it. Get that in your head. Every time, unless you want to be the one that guarantees it. See, understand this way. You've got an apartment, you got a house, car, whatever you did. You basically bought it under you. Not only was it in your name, you also guaranteed yourself. You did a double duck. You should have bought everything under the trust so no one knows it's yours in the first place. But again, learning to play the game, learning to win. So you're not the duck anymore. Now I need you to understand about the Fair Lending Act. There are 12 acts from the Credit Services Act, the Lending Act, all kinds of Collections Practices Act, all this fun stuff. What does that mean? We're going to look at the Fair Lending Act. One card is entitled to up to 99 more. American Express will offer you 99 more cards. Okay, that could be $100 million. So again, I'm sorry, you're not winning the damn lottery. You're not getting a big enough raise to really do a business. So the only way to do it is to finance the hell out of it through the corporate credit and write it all off. Isn't that the way to play? One credit card under what's called daisy chain, you write it down that I invented that as well. I can daisy chain one card to 9 more. There's $1 million. Every division is a different location and profit center and a P&L. Isn't that fun? You want to play yet? And never bring the pain home again? All right. Now, here's a nasty attorney. I'm sorry. I watch TV and I love to watch the news. You know, all these bloodsuckers on TV. I'm number 1. Who's number 2? And you have all these billboards going down the freeway. They're all going to, if you get in a bumpity bump, we're going to sue everybody for you. There's even this guy that goes on TikTok and all these other ones. Let's see what you entitled to if you got yourself in an accident. Isn't that kind of like planning to slam on your brakes or something? I mean, I'm sorry, that's just stupid. Now, this stupid attorney, he took a duplex out of an irrevocable trust. When I proved he was a crook, we got the money back for Betty. Now, Betty has good and bad. Betty's husband says, I bought a division and basically duplex for you. The duplex is so I can get you an allowance the rest of your life. This man was stupid enough to say a word allowance to a woman. Are you freaking kidding me? I wanted to stop it. You can't say that you got her this duplex for an allowance the rest of your life in case you're not around. You got to say, honey, I love you. I got this duplex for you because I love you. And this is going to give you money the rest of your life because I love you. See, a woman can handle that. Saying allowance? No, she wanted to kill him. Okay? Unfortunately, her husband passed away. He was my client. God rest his soul. So what did I do? I took the duplex. All right, and I realized there's 3 liabilities. Everything you look at, someone can slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. We have the bank as a duplex. We're financing the bank. Then we have 2 tenants, A and B. Which one can slip and fall? Both of them. Who can sue and screw everybody up? Both of them. So what do we have to do? We have to structure this right. So we have to plan the problem. They basically duplexes in a division. We have 2 subdivisions for the A and B unit. We're going to write this down. Deed of trust assignment of rents. Write it down. Deed of trust assignment of rents. We're going to suck out the equity and get it to the parent company so we can borrow against it and get 5 more. See, equity sitting is stupid in my opinion. Okay, it's just plain dumb when you can get 5 more units at the same time and then watch them go up, and away. House is 1, duplex is 3, fourplex is 5. All right, so let's understand. If you're going to plan by scratching your head, what are we going to do? Here's our plan. Do you want to get an apartment complex? Do you want storage unit? Do you want a laundromat, dry cleaner? Okay, this is how you set up your division. So understand, if I'm going after laundromat, dry cleaner, car wash, I'm going to need 18 divisions, 9 locations, and 9 to sign for it. That's 18. If I'm going to do storage units, all right, I'm going to need basically 36. If I want an apartment complex, I'm going to need about 72. Because every tenant is going to have a different lease to sign and a different name. I'm going to separate liability, okay? So as we play this game, we're going to play in the strategy. Now, Steve Jobs said I was the greatest lateral thinker he ever met in his life, whatever I meant for him. God rest his soul. I got to work for him too, and Boeing, and basically Apple, and IBM. That was fun. Okay, the way I designed this years ago, here's a corporation, division, 3, 2, and 1 more. That's up to $16 million of credit. Once again, you're not winning the lottery. You're not getting a big enough damn raise. Well, we can daisy chain the credit and turn it into $16 million. All right, now a division, here's what we have to do. I have to add history so I can establish the Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. History allows me to do that, no problem. So history is there. Now, the next thing is after you learn to daisy chain credit, what we're going to do is get the tax ID. So if you need divisions, let me know. Okay, at the office, you have them for $4.99 each. 3 for $14.97. Okay, 3 for $9.99 tonight. Hey, let's go back. Let's be silly tonight. What the hell? For the next 10 minutes, all right, only 10, all right, you can get 9 divisions, all right, for $9.99 for the hell of it. And you can zell, or you can call the office, and one of our specials will write it up for. You can get basically $24.99. Let's give you 36. What the hell? I'm just making it up. I want to see if you want to take the challenge. There's your zell. The office is 800-254-9506. But if you zell, you get that big discount. But it's up to you. All right. So if I take a corporation, let's understand, and if I do business, I'm stupid, because when they sue that, they can sue me. If I take a corporation, a legal person, and I have a division, my name's not on the form. All right, division, I have nothing to do with it. If I have a problem, I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and I get rid of the bad piece, keep the corp in my family, nice and safe. And a corporation can have a division, and the division can have 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more, and $16 million of credit. Is that okay? See, that's the way to play the game. See, you've been making yourself the duck and sheep all your life. You got to stop that. A division process will save you. So understand, each division has 89 ways how to use it, not abuse it. Now, as an example, in my book called Buckets of Money, I took, all right, because I had $53 million of credit cards, they were shaking my limits. I didn't like that. So I started to loan out money. This is where I came up with the concept, all right, financial freedom, cash flow for your time. So, and if you have my book called Buckets of Money, you'll see my first matrix I ever did. And this is 4.6 million, 190,000 a month. And basically it's very simple. All right, it was 41 divisions. This is 1998 auto income. But the weird thing I realized after the fact is the notes behind it were $1.1 billion. And I turned that into money as well. I sucked out the equity. Again, why not? So if we're going to play my way for a while, we can think about my next matrix, which is 16 million. That's when it took 36 months. Okay. So what did we get? Okay, no problem. This is 661,000 a month. See, credit that you obtain, you could loan it out. Okay. And this is what you get to do. See, it's like Lewis here and a couple other people right now, they have the credit and one of them lost their job. Let's bridge loan that credit so you get an income to replace your job. And maybe you'll find out like Mickey did, she never had to get a job again. But again, that's just an idea. I always find solutions. Buckets of money. Every division should be known as a bucket of money. So they're in that shitty day. So like most people would have gave up. Not me. I got a wife and kids to feed. So I had to basically say, honey, go over to Mike's place. They own Jewelry Mart, the family. I go and say, I'm walking around the oxygen tank. Honey, I'll be right back. I came back. She says, where's your wedding ring? Where's your Rolex, your necklace, your bracelet? Honey, they're being cleaned. I lied to my wife. I lied to her today if I had to. My goal is to protect her. She don't need to worry about some damn thing I sold. I can get a new one. She needs to worry about nothing. That's my job, to take care of my family. So what happens? I took, and I had 3 divisions of me, like I told you to have, 5 closet divisions. The number 8, because I was born on the 8th, and every race car, motorcycle, and boat have the number 8 on it. 8 and 0 to infinity to beyond. So here's what I do. Okay, I took my divisions of me and closet divisions, and I built $1 million of credit in 6 damn weeks. I was prepared. I told you to plan the problem. Then I bought my wife her next dream house. Yeah, same year. So if we take that SS4 and we do it my way, the way it was designed in the first place, and we want to buy a car, it's under a division. We want to lease a building, it's under a division. We want to buy property, it's a division. We want to receive money, it's an SS4 under division, taxable when you're profitable. And we get 1 card, we're going to get 9 more. Is that okay? My way for a while? See, I want you to understand, I want to repackage your whole life. I want to change everything the way you do it, because I think you do it, and I think what you do sucks. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. You want to hear how I really feel? So we look at these buildings, and you know, a Jaguar, and we look at basically the Lamborghini. Well, I see 1,312 divisions. Okay. See, when you buy a car, this is your problem. You sit there and you let them sweat you for 5 hours. I don't do it that way. But if you're going to do it your way, which I think is silly, I'd like you to write down next your signature when you sign it to give them permission to run your credit. It allows one inquiry. Then I want you to take a picture from your cell phone so they know you're serious. You see, your problem is you. Stop bringing the pain home. Remember the dashboards? Simple. Set up for cash credit. That's the name of the game. This is a car. It was $149,000. By the time I got tax ID division, I got pre-approved online, and I basically called the dealerships, Caliber Motors, Fletcher Jones, and Beverly's Mercedes. I basically gave myself a title. See, I took out my magic wand, and I gave myself a title. That's how it works. Isn't that how your magic wand? I had to find my magic wand. Here you go. I told myself I'm the pure procurement specialist. I put it in a resolution. I faxed it to him and said, I'm the procurement specialist. I'm looking for fleet price. We've been pre-approved. Well, let's see. That saved how much now? They wanted 149. I got it for 74,450 under tax ID. See, a car is fleet price tax ID division. So if we're going to play, you need to repackage your life my way, because I don't want you to slip, fall, and they sue you and screw you, and you're going to come after me. We're going to play the same way. That's how it works, okay? Now, I need you to do something. You understand? And Rebecca Schaefer was murdered at her front door. And Schaeferville, California. I met her through Robin Williams, and Robin, I met him at Last Stop years ago. Did a corporations and stuff. Our stupid DMV gives out the person's home address. So God rest her soul. The reality is, it's not fair. I think the map for rich and famous is stupid. I think it should be against the law. But again, that's just my opinion. I would like you to write down driver's license, insurance registration. I want you to do this my way. See, I don't want to find out you didn't do things the right way and you screwed it up. And the bottom line is you're no longer my partner in a program too. So you get in a bumpity bump or you pull over a police officer, okay? And your problem is highly intelligent, but you give out your home address. That's called stupid. I told you you'd do smart and stupid. So what happens is, all right, that driver's license needs to be P.O. Box or mail-in address under the Privacy Act. You need to protect yourself. You need to plan the problem. It's like everything else. Here's Mary. Mary's problem is she came to me like most of you after you screwed it up. She gives $10,000 to the attorney. He looks at the lease. She's starting a restaurant. She gives $5,000 to the CPA. See, Mary's an Ivy League person. She married her third grade sweetheart. And on top of that, she's making $250,000 a year working for Apple as a VP. But the problem with Mary, she started the restaurant and it failed. Since she guaranteed the restaurant, right, because the stupid attorney told her to, she lost the restaurant in her home. Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. He says, I didn't sign up for that. You see, when she dropped her credit from 98,000 when she used, 800 scored to a 610, she should have understood they had no answer. Their response was, I want you to understand, you don't have to bring the pain home. You did that because you're lacking knowledge, and that's on you. I'm giving you an opportunity to change your life and stop bringing the damn pain home. Going to make you a money-making machine. Being stuck sucks. I get these people lines of credit, and they sit there going, that's 70% of my clients in coaching. They all get up to the million. But the reality is they sit there going, what do we do next? So I partner with them all the time. I go get their storage units, the laundromats, or at the apartment complex, all the pieces for them. And then I get 25%, they get 75%. I do all the work. I build them the credit to get it done. So, because the moment you get money, there's basically like a, checkbook money, the hourglass is going down. See, right now you're at this. We need to turn your life this way now. We need to get it started again. So let's say you want to sell supply and vendor credit, the OPM that I started when I was a kid. All right, Dun and Bradstreet. What are we going to do? We don't pay a bill up to 90 days. I'd like you to take a picture here. Let's understand. If you're backed in a corner with all your credit because you didn't listen, don't know how to play, now you're learning tonight. All right, supply credit under the corporation can turn into cash so you can pay down your debt. There's always a solution when there's a problem. It takes time. It's not easy. So what I got Billy, who was homeless, $51,000. So again, we might want to sell on Amazon and eBay. Every property you get, and I need you to understand, that's why we're doing a lot of this tonight. I want every property under a division. I don't know, and my crystal ball doesn't tell me who's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. I don't know how it's going to happen. But I do know one thing. I will disconnect the one that's a piece of turd trying to hurt me, and disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and bankrupt the hell out of them to save my corp and my family. You have to understand, and have no intent to defraud. Your house payment offsets your taxes. You watched Amazon not pay tax on 10 billion. They haven't paid tax now, they're worth 3 trillion. You've watched Google recently, all right, be indicted and lose. You've watched Apple be indicted. Bill Gates was indicted 4 damn times years ago. So we have to understand something. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. The goal is rebuild you, wax on, wax off, over here, leave it alone, get the green spark card, 3 of them. That's 160,000 up to that times 9. Is that $1 million yet? From there, we get to B of A times 9, Wells Fargo, Inc., Gold. So if we position this right, you corp divisions, we're going to get to the point that we're going to win. That's up to 5 million. By the way, there's only 10 cards I like. The rest I think suck. I think they're crap. So what do we get to do? This time we're going to go over to the bank and we're going to find out they have what's called, I call checkbook money, up to 150. All right, so understand, your goal is to understand these are the 5 I like the best, getting checkbook money. Divisions allow us to project $5.4 million, and we get that much as credit as well. Our goal is to win. The ultimate goal is to win. That's the goal. Credit, loan, and money. Your corporation doesn't do business now. It's going to have a division, owns a franchise, apartment complex, line of defense. Any corporation doing business, they sue that, they sue you. That's called silly and dumb. Financial freedom, $10,000 to $100,000 a month. If you needed lines of credit tonight, just for the fun of it, okay? Here we have 25,000, 2,500 bucks, 10 times you need it, okay? Now what's going to happen is 1875, okay? And that's the ultimate goal. Now, if you needed it, you wanted it right away, tonight is $12.99. Again, you needed 50,000, all right, right away, it's 5,000, okay, no problem. All right, we line that up for you. Instead of $37.50, it's $29.99. There you go. 100,000, usually 10 grand. Okay, from there it's 7,500. Right now it's $49.99. This is tonight. I'm just making it up as we go because I want to see if you're serious about partying with me. It's a Zell. You can call the office 800-254-9506 right away. When I'm done talking, guess what? The opportunity's ended on that. All right. See, I don't think you have your time. I'd like you to get up an hour or 2 earlier tomorrow morning. When you wake up earlier than you ever have, you're going to have that shock treatment. What do I do? Start thinking about your goals. Me, I get up every day at 2:25. I drop to my knees. I say, thank you, Jesus, for yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forgiveness too. In Jesus' name, amen. Then I go look in the mirror. The only thing to get me out of hell as a little boy, and my whole life, was me. I don't really have a family. I was born in a friggin' taxi eating out of a damn trash can. It sucks. So I don't have excuses like you. And your excuses don't cut it with me. So what do we get to do? I told you all of these. I do things. I don't want to own a damn thing. I want to be the bank. So I told you, drive around, have somebody drive you, find out all these things around you, and ask yourself a question. Why the hell don't you own them? See, somebody does. It might as well be you. Got it? All right, so if we play this game, coaching. I coach 30 people at a time. In coaching, basically, they all get to millionaire corporations and division process. Okay, as long as they hang out, they stay in the coaching. If they fall out, that's on themselves. From here, I like to blueprint you. I want you and your partner of life on the phone with me for an hour. I want to dissect you. I want to look at past, present, and future, good, bad, ugly, tax lien, bankruptcy. I want to look at family, corporation divisions. I want to look at irrevocable trust, car, house, auto income, and cash flow for you per time. If I spend an hour on the phone with you, normally for other companies, I'm $3,000 an hour and I'm $25,000 a day. Those have been my rates for 47 years. I'm one of the #1 consultants worldwide. But here, helping normal people, what are we going to do? Going to get you to be millionaire and billionaires. That call will cost you $999 for a blueprint call if it was done right away. From here, we're going to pick boring businesses. I'm going to take $40,000 off of a cart. I'm going to go buy a laundromat or a dry cleaners. I'm going to find basically seller finance. So that $40,000 with seller finance on the balance, I'm going to create $3,000 to $10,000 a month. $100,000 storage unit. All right, $250 apartment complex. There's the goal. Boring business. You go to the expo, I think you're in a deer in the headlights. What is my goal? All right, to invest, own it, but not run it. That's the goal. All right, auto income. What are we going to do? You want 6 weeks of coaching. If you don't know me, let's get our feet wet a little bit. Let's go 6 weeks. Let's get you the blueprint call. Let's get you $25,000 in credit. Let's get you an expedited rapid refresh. Let's get all classes and workshops, level 1, 2, 3, and specialties. Okay, from there, it's normally going to cost you $11,596. Tonight, that 6 weeks is going to cost you $4,999. Very simple. It's a Zell. Now, if you get real serious, we're going to go 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We're going to look at real estate franchise storage units. That's our goal. We're going to tear it apart. We're going to look at this and understand. IRS says 5 million below small company. Once you're in the 3 to 6 months to 12 months coaching, the goal should be $5 million. Now, what is our goal? Get you the first damn keys as fast as possible. Get you set up. That's the goal. Get you some auto income. So we look at $10,000, $100,000 a month. That's the ultimate goal. So weekly analyzations, calls, classes, rapid refresh. You and I are going to work on everything we have. We're going to basically do that blueprint. We're going to create your goal list. We're going to follow every step. And every week, when I'm on the phone with you, we're going to look at steps to the next step, to the next step. And what did you complete? What did I complete? Projections, limits, phone calls, all right, daisy chain credit, and increase in limits across the board. The more credit we can get. If you wanted the 3 months, it's $8,000. You could put $1,000 down, okay? Normally you would get no credit. If you pay in full, you get $8,000, $8,000 in full. Here's how it works. If you pay in full, you get $100,000. If you did payments, I'm still going to give you $50,000 of credit. And you can make payments during the coaching time. If you were to do the 6 months for $15,000, all right, $8,000 down, you're going to get basically $75,000 of credit. Pay in full, you get $150,000. You do the 12 months, that's $30,000, all right, $1,000 down, all right. If you paid in full, you would get $300,000 of credit, and that's the goal. If you paid in full, you get $100,000. So as we look at these things, now understand there will be different levels to get you into. You will get to a point you're I won't say fat and happy. You're happy what you're bringing in. Me, the more I can bring in, the more I can help people. I got to a point of $1 million a day, and I wasn't satisfied. I want more to help more people. It takes money to be, all right, helping people. 5 to 10 million. Apartment complex storage units. I need to do all the work for you. Believe me, I will do it. These were just sold. That's their income right now. That's on a monthly basis after I get my 25%, after all the bills are paid. So again, If you want to do this, I'll help you every step of the way in coaching. If you want me to do it for you, I'll do it as well. From there, when you get credit and money, think about bridge loans. My problem in the late 80s and 90s, all right, was I had $53 million of credit cards. They were shrinking my limits. I found out under C-191D, privately I could loan out some money. So take a picture of this page. So for $5,000, you can get up to $809 to $900 a month. It's $2,000 the broker's fee, one time only, and that's it. So now you have an income. So for $5,000, you have $809 to $900 a month income because you invested $7,200 for the fee for brokers, $5,000 into the account. You just got yourself you're buying an income. $10,000, literally $1,100 to $1,300 a month, and doubling the money in 15 months. And then you have $25,000, literally up to 19 months, 24 months, and now you got up to $1,900 a month. You're buying an income. I had to do it because I had to save the credit I had, so I loaned it out. Then the assets turn into notes and money. All right, so what do? These notes and money got me $190,000 a month. With the notes behind it, we're $1.1 billion. So again, remember, equity sitting to me is a waste. We should leverage it always. This took basically 18 months, 41 divisions in 1998. If we do this as like auto income, what is our goal? Every one of these. You should have every type of business here that ran by third party and just become the damn bank. If I need to partner up with you and you want to partner up with me, fine. We can do that. We're going to go after apartment complexes. We're going to dissect them. We're going to get an income. Then we're going to split deed them or assignment of mortgage. I don't want anybody to be liable for a turd who slips and falls, wants to sue everybody. I want to turn it into be the bank to get $70,000, $80,000 a month income. If I look at the Freddie Mac, I might want to do that. One of my DSRC loans. I want to do what? Seller finance, lines of credit, buckets of money, blueprinting. Every angle we have to hit, because I've done these all my life to become the bank. What do we get to do? Play my way. If I look for storage units and anything else, my department that does locations charge $25,000 for locations. If you're not in coaching, we will give you 3 choices of something that I'm going to buy myself. From there, if you're in coaching, the fee is only $5,000. As we play, the goal is to get you the first keys. From there, if I'm going to do all the work and build your credit, build you in all these pieces, then we're going to share a piece. You're going to share, and you're going to have basically your division number 4. My division's for A. That means you're getting 75%. I'm getting 25%. I've done this with clients since 1987. I've made millionaires and billionaires to do that. We can buy each other out, which I'll never sell. I'll keep it forever. From there, I can buy you out. Done that since 1987, making millionaires and billionaires. Again, you get a certificate of ownership. It's a Zelle for location fee. Very simple. If you need to ever use a card, you email me. I want to use a card. There you go. As we look at these things, some of you are going to get very aggressive. You're going to find out that AmeriExpress has a blueprint loan for $250,000. So does Chase. So does Stellar Bank. So we have to look at how do we obtain a line of credit for $250 because we want to do a bigger project as we create more money. Simple. Now, what happens is if I do this for you and you partner with me in writing, we can use one of my bank accounts on behalf of a project. I have the tax returns that'll show anywhere from $1 million to $1 billion. We're going to use some of the lower returns and $1 million to $1.6 million or something. So again, we're going to partner up with that because if you don't have the tax returns to prove it, I do. What's going to happen is we're going to partner with me and we have the tax returns that are needed to get the bigger line of credit. But I'm the one getting it through escrow anyway. If we were to look at American Express, they have a $250 blueprint loan. Scott AmeriExpress said they named it after me. I don't know. But again, if you use my bank account, we partner and do this, I charge you $5,000 to do that. When I get you the $250, I charge you 10% for the $250. And then I'm going to go get a location for us. All right, we look at the blueprint loan. You can do this on your own. But again, they want to verify income. I'm coming in on a monthly base over 100,000 a month. If you get an American Express card, Platinum Business, you just click it. It'll show a blueprint loan. I've watched them lock people out of this loan because they didn't have enough money coming in. Okay, I watched one get 20,000, one get 60. We're going after 250. So I tell you to avoid it until you're ready with your own bank account or mine, and we partner to do this. Once we do this, you might want to do it per division. Per division. So all of a sudden I get one, I want to get 9 more. That'll be about $2.5 million of, all right, blueprint loans, which can actually accomplish a lot more. If you had the money, what would you do with it? Let's invest it to an income. Most people get money, they piss it away, like when they win the lottery. So what do? So my fee, using the bank account to partner up, is $5,000. When I get you the 250, you owe me 10%. And if you allow me, I'm going to go get the business for us together, and we'll share that as well. Okay. All right. See, you can buy a turnkey business. I am your turnkey business. We're going to do it together, and that's the goal. That down payment for $5,000 to do the bank account and partner up, it's $5,000. It's a Zelle, or it's a card. Ray at rayscredit.com. Email you want to use a card. Now, overall, all this crazy stuff, I'm going to need you to do self-analyzation. That means we look at our LLC or C Corp. We're going to turn them to S. We don't pay tax and almost no tax up to 3 to 5 million. You're going to offset your house payment with your, house payment with your taxes. You'll probably break even to the 3 to 5 million. C or LLC become S. That's IRS rules. We're going to abide by the rules and pay as much tax as we have to. All right. From there, we're going to get to the profit zone. A Nevada Corp, you do not need it yet unless you live in Nevada until you're in the profit zone. When you are, you will need an LLC in Nevada. Nevada is known as tax-free state. So we're going to play with Nevada as your parent company. From there, you will become the bank. Okay, and that's our goal. We're going to leverage money. We're going to reference 3 times 5 and turn it to more money. Okay, that's the game. That's the way we play. The corporation is a corporate umbrella. Your divisions are known as buckets of money, and you're going to daisy chain the credit every step of the way. We're going to look at CDs. Even at Chase, they have a business CD for 31 days, which we can reference 3 times 5. So if we do this correctly, we're going to reference 75,000 like I did for Gerald, who basically charged of a mega church in Los Angeles. That is a reference of 225. The bank's next loan was 1215. So 1125. Again, what I want you to do, you need to understand if we're going to partner and do something, you need to do what I asked you to do. We're going to go get the money. If we take 1,000 all the way to 75,000, we're going to borrow money, corporate credit that you haven't built enough of yet or not at all. We're going to build that, you and I'm going to build it for you, and you're going to buy your lifetime income. This is going to buy real estate franchise. That's what it's going to do, and you're going to offset the taxes. Pay tax or buy an apartment complex. Pay tax or buy a franchise. You're going to become the bank. So I want you to be very serious about this when we look at what banks, grocery stores, and cities do and what we're allowed to do. We don't have to be ducks and sheep. We can learn to play and win the game. And that's why I wrote my first series 46 years ago, Winning the Game of Business. We're going to look and make sure we never bring the pain home. Look behind that curtain every step of the way. And that's the ultimate goal as we play. So we stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. All the things I offer today on the cuff, in other words, I made up different fees, they're only good tonight. They have to be paid in full, and now. If not, you call tomorrow. You talk to someone in specialists in sales, and they would use the standard pricing. 800-254-9506. I want you to be as aggressive as I am. We're going to do our best, all right? And it's very simple to do. God will do the best. We'll do our best. He'll do the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.